Every story has a beginning, middle, and end. Today, we bring you the end of the regular season in high school girls basketball with one of the most esteemed rituals, the Twin Cities Girls Championship. Today's combatants have not faced each other since 2016. The Como Park Cougars at 18-6 and the Minneapolis Southwest Lakers at 21-3. Pride and bragging rights on the line, but this is also a tune-up for postseason play. Hello again, everyone. I'm Mike Beaton. Here I am all by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos theory. Well, actually, I'm not exactly by myself. As you can see behind me and around the bleachers, plenty of people descending in Como Park in the lovely city of St. Paul for the return of the Twin Cities game. There was no game last year due to the condensed season brought upon by COVID protocols. Como Park, they have not played in a week and a half, so this game will be a perfect tune-up for them. They were supposed to play Becker on Tuesday. That game was canceled due to inclement weather, and there wasn't enough time to find a makeup. So this is Como Park's last opportunity to freshen up before they enter the Section 3-3A playoffs. They will be the 1 seed, and they have a tough foe in De La Salle likely awaiting them. But today, it's about focusing and pivoting for that moment, and they have several players who can help them concentrate on what lies ahead. Ronnie Porter, 4 straight 30-point games, 6 overall. That stretch of 4 in a row includes that epic comeback against Minnehaha Academy. Ronnie Porter fueled the surge as the Cougars overcame a 17-point deficit. She's still trying to figure out where she'll play for college, but she is one of the most dynamic point guards in the state and a dynamic scorer as well. She sees the floor. She can set up her teammates. She can hit the three, going for the slash. You name it, Ronnie can do it, at least outside of dunking, but that might come soon. Another beacon of consistency on offense is KK Asberry, 10 points or more in the last 10 games, including the game winner against Minnehaha Academy when she went in on a drive for a layup late in overtime. Another player who has come along nicely over the last several games, Sinae Singer. She has 10 rebounds or more in 3 games, and she provided a pivotal role in that win over Minnehaha Academy. Look for Sinae to be a leader next season when she takes over the interior duties from Jada James. Minneapolis Southwest, they are in the same section as Hopkins and Wayzata, so their postseason prospects aren't so bright. However, they do have a couple of bright spots on the roster that we want to highlight. Virginia Johnson, the junior. She passed 1,000 career points earlier this season. She has 6 double-doubles to her credit and several 20-point games. This kid can score. We haven't seen Southwest yet, but if Virginia Johnson can have one of her patented performances, Minneapolis Southwest could end the St. Paul run of supremacy. You also have a young up-and-comer in Sinae Hill. She has scored 14 points in each of the last 4 games. She's averaging over double digits, or averaging double digits in scoring. She is part of that esteemed first family of basketball, the Hills, Sinae being PJ's oldest child. Last year, she got to beat 2 of her aunts when she was at Washburn, and they got the split over Minneapolis South in conference play. Sinae won't be able to brag about that today, but she is a player to keep an eye on in the years to come. Minneapolis Southwest looking to bounce back from a tough loss to Wayzata last night and laid the foundation for brighter times. A Twin Cities win would certainly help. We'll bring you the showdown of Minneapolis and St. Paul when we return. This is high school girls basketball. Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves. Holloman, good if it goes. Yes! Game winners. From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in! and everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
Starters, beginning with our guests from Minneapolis.
Welcome back to Como Park High School in St. Paul, the Twin Cities girls game, Minneapolis Southwest and Como Park. Southwest being introduced first.
Junior guard, number 13, Virginia Johnson.
And there's Virginia Johnson, past 1,000 career points. We'll talk a little more about her today.
Number 14, Sinae Hill.
None of the players you see here were involved the last time these two teams squared off in the Twin Cities Championship, that 2016 edition, an epic one, 91-89. Andrea Adams dropped 43 points, 15 rebounds. Como Park started that game on a 15-0 deficit. They worked their way back. Andrea carried them to victory, as she usually did when she was wearing the black and gold for Como Park. We'll see what happens today. Como Park, they have won every Twin Cities game since 2015.
Number 24, Asberry.
This has been their domain. Of course, they have bigger aspirations in mind. They want a state tournament title, and they have a good chance of getting there, but they'll have to likely get through a tough De La Salle team to do it.
And senior center, number 42, Jada.
And again, Como, this is their final game. They were not able to make up the date with Becker. Let's recap the starters for the visiting Southwest Lakers. It's Sylvie Barnes, number 2. Virginia Johnson, number 13. Sinae Hill, number 14. Anya London, number 22. And Elsa Youngdahl, number 23. In Como Park, today they will start Ronnie Porter, number 1. KK Asberry, number 24. Cloey Dmytruk, the Waldorf commit, number 25. Shakyla Walker, number 30. And Jada James, number 42. In Como Park, they have some depth. You'll see Janae Singer, Kayla James get some time. Southwest picking up 20 wins this season. Como Park, they should get there with their section. They lost a couple of games. February was a mad scramble for them as they lost several conference games with the rest of the St. Paul City Conference not up to Como's level. So they had late additions against Eastridge and Hill Murray. The Hill Murray game, Como Park won convincingly. Ronnie Porter got a 2,000 point in that contest, and Eastridge a close win. But that win over Minnehaha, a huge one for their morale, coming back from 17 down. Bit of a tentative start here to this one. Plenty of signature wins on the Como Park resume. They beat the top 2 teams in 2A in Providence and Minnehaha Academy, and Jada James beats her defense to score on the take. Como's biggest win as Ronnie Porter almost pickpockets the ball from Hill. We've got a mad scramble. Ball still loose. It is scooped up by the Cougars. Oh, nice move by Asberry to Porter at the last possible moment. I thought Asberry was going to leap into a traveling call, but in midair, changed direction, dumped the ball to Ronnie, and Ronnie Porter gets on the board. Virginia Johnson step back 3 is short. This is the 3rd game in 3 days for the Lakers. Southwest beat Roosevelt on Thursday to secure a spot in the Twin Cities game as Elsie Youngdahl's hit the foul. They lost to Wayzata last night, and here they are today. They had a few games canceled as well, Duluth East and Blake. Duluth East a little strange. Ronnie Porter, 3-ball, off the back iron. Sinae Hill collects. She collects the ball and then runs into a double team. Ball stays in bounds. Shakyla Walker scoops it up. Asberry for 3. Short. Sinae Hill, I covered her once in AAU last summer, and that was an issue of hers, getting into jams. But as she gets more experience, perhaps she will find more ways to be elusive. But she had a tendency to get trapped near the sideline or the half-court line. Como Park with a 4-0 lead. Cougars ball. Como's best win this season, likely the victory over Minneapolis Southwest. Ronnie Porter dishes it to Cloey Dmytruk off the inbound, and Cloey lightened up her hair color, and she had provided a light touch on that 2-pointer. Asberry stopping Anya London in her tracks. You see Minneapolis Southwest playing with masks. Como Park isn't. Mask mandates have been lifted, but schools can still opt to enforce them. Como's biggest win, as we noted, likely the victory over Austin. At the time, Austin was the #1 team in 3A. That showdown with Becker would have been a huge one for seeding purposes. Ronnie Porter scores on the touch 3. So unfortunately, without Como and Becker being able to play each other, that likely will hand Becker the #1 seed in Class 3A. Even though they stumbled a bit at times, they lost to Wilmer earlier this season. They had an impressive array of victories. Roseville, they beat Holy Angels last Saturday in what was a battle of 1 versus 2. Southwest looking to get on the board. So in all likelihood, Becker should get the 1 seed. Chisago Lakes, I can't see them, or anyone in Section 5 3A, contend with Becker. But with Becker at 1, Como at 2 in 3A, I have a feeling the coaches will probably follow the polls for seeding purposes, as Virginia Johnson lines up the corner 3 and buries it. But Como can beat you on the other end if you're not mindful, and Jada James catches the Lakers falling asleep. Quick 4 for Jada. Sinae Hill with the laser skip to Elsa Youngdahl, who lays it in. And now Southwest finding some rhythm on offense. The Southwest team, they do have 20 wins, maybe not a signature win or a statement one, but they're coming together. Cloey Dmytruk's 3-pointer coming together too. That is one of her specialties, and Como Park takes a 14-5 lead. There will be no deficit to work out of this time, at least for Como Park. But Southwest starting to light it up from 3-point range. That was Anya London. Now Asberry, I want to point this out, did not fully cross the timeline. Ronnie Porter was looking for Jada James and missed her. KK Asberry.
Substitution for Southwest, number 32, Megan Shanky.
Well, she wasn't across the timeline yet, and actually I don't think she crossed it at all, but as long as one part of your body is behind that timeline, you can go back, as I understand it. With all these lines on the Como Park floor, one of my YouTube viewers likened it to a coloring book, and sometimes I get thrown off by that multitude, vast, parallel display of lines. Silverchair would be impressed with all those straight lines. I'll show myself out now. 14-8 the score. Sinae Hill guarded by Jada James, looking to break free. Goes behind a young doll. London out to Shanky. London, baseline, goes up on James and will shoot 2.
Foul is called on the Cougars. James, her first.
First personal on Jada James. Free throws coming for Anya London. A softball, basketball crossover. Dan Froelich said her basketball game took off last season. The senior is confident in her ability to play 1 through 5. And Anja is her nickname, even though Anya is her given name. She splits at the line.
Dmytruk for 2.
Cloey Dmytruk cashes in on the feed from Walker for Como Park. Southwest running a transition set, but they were unable to knock down the three-pointer. That was Rebecca Gendler.
Stealing the basket by Johnson.
But Johnson using her alertness for the steal on the basket, and Southwest trying to give Como Park a run. KK Asberry determined not to let that happen. She gets on the board with the corner 3. Asberry and Porter, the 2 double-digit scores for Como Park. One of the scrappiest backcourts. Virginia Johnson, deep 3 is there. Dan Froelich will call a timeout. 19-14, so Minneapolis Southwest started on a 9-0 deficit, but they're starting to come around, and if that three-point shot is falling, Kevin Anderson will tell you this: when you shoot well, you look good. When you don't shoot well, you can run into trouble. Virginia Johnson, who hit that last three-pointer, when she's not playing basketball, likes to collect vinyl records. A terrific shooter who has developed an all-around offensive game. And Johnson having quite the season for Minneapolis Southwest. Averaging close to 17 points per game, 75 three-pointers. She's now up to 77 on the season. And she and Anya London both tied for the team lead in rebounds at 7.2. Dmytruk, touch shot. Jada James, amidst the sea of white, collects the rebound. Now Dmytruk follows up, and she'll shoot 2. Cloey Dmytruk, her dad, part of what my friend LaToya would call the CDC, Como Dad Row. They all hang out together. Dmytruk, in her final regular season game of her career, skipped a grade. She averages 7.5 points per game. 4.3 rebounds, but 3-point shooting is her specialty. Southwest on a series of skips. Shanky, little set here. Wow, Southwest, they can pull off some quick passing patterns. Gendler almost lost the handle. Now she's doubled. Shakyla Walker strips it away. Porter to Dmytruk for 2. And Dmytruk is up to 10 points. Usually not the leading scorer, but Como Park bringing the pressure. Southwest breaks it this time, but that 3 off the mark from Gendler. Anya London swoops in for the O-board. Sinae Hill.
Como Park substitution entering the game, number 44, Ronnie.
A foul was called. on Walker.
Foul called on Walker, her first personal foul. Team 7. Substitutions for Southwest.
And Southwest will use this opportunity to change it up. And Ronnie Porter guarding Sylvia Barnes a little too closely. Cougars with an 8-point lead over the Lakers, 22-14. Johnson on the left wing. Shakes off Asberry. Getting the friendly bounce is Megan Shanky, but you notice that Como Park not giving Southwest much space to work with. Kayla James, making her first appearance, knocks down the baseline jumper. Kayla, the younger sister of Jada James, and there is Sinae Singer. She's turning into an impact player, and so is KK Asberry, who was connected on three-pointers from both corners. So she's got that corner offense part of her game figured out. Como Park brings the double team. They lead by 11, 27-16. Southwest breaks the press. Elsa Youngdahl can't connect on the reverse. Porter, always shifty, always looking for an opportunity to create. She is racking up assists here. She has a few double-doubles to her credit and one triple-double. Virginia Johnson, short on the three, and the 5'3" Ronnie Porter picks up the ball. Left alone, almost got it. But Sinae Singer is there for the putback. And Como Park extending their lead, 31-16. Their offense is flowing at full capacity. Oh, nice cut, but Shanky can't score. She will get a trip to the free throw line, though.
Foul is called on the Cougars. Number 45, Kayla James, her first personal foul. Team 4.
Megan Shanky really enjoys kids and babysitting, which she considers a great way to make extra money, and it has taught her a lot. She's a three-sport athlete. She competes in soccer and track and field outside of basketball. Splits at the line. The rebound goes to Singer. We'll hand it off to Porter. Ronnie was featured on WCCO not too long ago, where the phrase heart over height was emphasized. Singer, turnaround, no good. Porter certainly has plenty of heart and plenty of scrappiness and grit to go with it. Sinae Hill for three. Off the back iron, there's Ronnie Porter again. Asberry with the step through, too strong. Singer again. Not only can she put herself in the right position, but she is a solid contributor. As we were saying, she has put on a series of impressive efforts. Doesn't always score a lot, but she can get you that key rebound, that hustle play to keep a play alive and to turn a possession into a scoring play. Sinae Singer, one of the welcome boosts. Blanks at the line, though. And if she can polish her offensive game, she could turn into a huge interior threat for the Cougars. Virginia Johnson on the fake. Ronnie Porter, another rebound, and Porter took part in track last year. Walker for three. That goes off the back iron. Sinae Hill over to Johnson. Turn around. Youngdahl couldn't put it in. Here come the Cougars. They've got numbers. Ronnie Porter saw a wide open lane and floated it in for two. Ronnie Porter, one of the guys in front of me, said, "How do you stop that?" I don't think you can. I think the way you stop it is not to leave the lane wide open for Ronnie to penetrate. Singer hit with the foul, trying to deny a lane on the part of Alice Ewart.
Foul was called on Singer, number 44, first, team fifth.
Como Park being hit with a few fouls here. Another quick shot off the inbound. And Ewart with her first putback. So Ewart does get on the board. Southwest trailing 33-19. That was a welcome play for the Lakers. Asberry, deep three. Sinae Hill with the rebound. Johnson for three. Yes!
Johnson for three, assist from Hill.
Virginia Johnson with three trays. Now Kayla James wants one. That's short. And Shanky boxes out for the rebound. Sinae saw Ewart open. Kayla James got there just in time to bat the ball out. It will stay with Southwest, but for the moment,
Timeout taken by Como Park. This will
no
be a
transition
30-second
score.
timeout.
Como Park calling a timeout. 33-22. Southwest, again, they have some playmakers, and over the last few years, this game usually closed because when you take the top team from Minneapolis and St. Paul and throw them together, there's some talent, but as we noted earlier in this half, stamina could be a factor because Southwest is playing their third game in 3 days. This is a quick turnaround for them after a Friday night game. Como, they haven't played since February 15th. They were supposed to play Becker on Tuesday, but a snowstorm canceled those prospects. So Como Park got a week and a half off. That may have been a welcome respite for Ronnie Porter. She injured her knee, I think knocked it into somebody late in the Minnehaha game. But as you can see, no lingering effects. Sinae Hill, too strong. Johnson got the tip. Ewart goes up, no good. Southwest could have used that. Instead, the Cougars can go in transition again, and Shakyla Walker will shoot two.
Foul charged to Southwest.
Walker averaging 8.9 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, and close to 3 assists. Walker, similar to Porter as far as what she can bring to the table offensively. Maybe not as loud as Ronnie, but no less integral. One of the many seniors who will be moving on to the college ranks next year. Como struggling a little bit at the line, though. Walker splits, and the lead is 12. Here comes Sinae Hill. Jump ball. Southwest with the arrow. Sinae having a little bit of difficulty here in this first half. I think she's trying to force it. Virginia Johnson. That three, well, If that had went in, that would have been impressive because she was right up on the sideline. Couldn't get any closer. But she's got some range, not afraid to flex it. Ronnie Porter, there's a woman who can flex. Foul on Como, that is her last to give.
Foul on Jada James, number 42, her second personal foul, team 6th.
Como Park, the gold standard of the St. Paul City Conference. It usually works out that way. There was the one year where Humboldt hosted all the way back in 2010. Humboldt and Roosevelt were the two combatants that year. Roosevelt got the win. But for a long time, it was St. Paul Central's party. In 2015, the pendulum swung to Como Park, and it has stayed there since on the St. Paul side. Minneapolis, it changed hands, although Minneapolis South qualified in 4 straight years. Walker called for the foul, and that means free throws for the 8th grader, Sinae Hill. Sinae, the oldest child of P.J. Hill, and another member in that lengthy lineage of Hills who play basketball. We saw a couple of them last night. Taylor Hill, who is now with Big Ten Network as a broadcast analyst, and Angel Hill, who's playing at Minnehaha Academy. Sinae got to play against her 2 aunts, Jade and Angel, last year when she was at Washburn as a 7th grader. Jade and Angel were still at South at the time. The 2 teams split, but it gave Sinae a claim she will have for the rest of her life, beating 2 of her aunts. Sinae Hill can't hit the 3. Virginia Johnson collects the rebound. As you know, long shots can result in long caroms. Less than 4 minutes to play in the first half. Barnes, her driving lane was cut off. London for 3. Ronnie Porter collects the rebound, but didn't have full control of it. Southwest with a 3 in transition. That's off the mark. Como looking to run again. Ronnie Porter puts Barnes on the spin cycle. Extra rinse. And Porter to the line for a 3-point play. Ronnie Porter, 4 straight 30-point games. 41 in the win over Hill Murray. But that 4-game stretch of 30-point games, the teams she played in that run, Eastridge, Cretin-Durham Hall, Hill Murray, and Minnehaha Academy. The Hill Murray one, 41 points no matter who you play is impressive. But Eastridge, a rising talent again in 4A. Minnehaha Academy, one of the perennials in 2A. And Cretin-Durham Hall, they're rebuilding. But a lot of things have to go your way to pick up 30. Como Park leading 36-23 with less than 3 minutes to play. Southwest trying to get that 3-point shot to work. They've gotten a few to drop. Sinae Hill, baseline, the swing to Johnson. Another 3, you bet. A well-executed set by the Lakers. Virginia Johnson, 14 points. She has a plethora of 20-point games this season, and she's well on her way to picking up her 10th. Porter, the driving kick. Asberry fakes the 3, pulls up. Mid-range J is short. Sinae Hill in trouble. Goes to London. Hill. They swing it out. Barnes. Lost the ball to Asberry one-on-one momentarily, and then Asberry runs into her. So Sylvie Barnes will go to the line for a 1-and-1 with Southwest in the bonus. Barnes,
Barnes is the shooter.
averaging 4.7 points per game and close to 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Virginia Johnson will check out for a moment. And Barnes missing the front end of the 1-and-1. Neither team shooting well from the free throw line. And Anaya Bonds checking in the game for Como Park. Lost her handle and was waiting for someone else to pick it up. Didn't see it, so elected to absorb the turnover, at the very least to prevent Southwest from leaking out. 10-point game, Southwest trying to hang in there. Como Park led by as much as 16. They've been able to penetrate a little more than Southwest. And Virginia Johnson getting a breather. Hill. Youngdahl for 3. And Jada James collects the rebound. Ronnie Porter to Bonds. And Anaya having a tough time on the floor right now.
Johnson back in for Southwest.
And now Virginia Johnson will check in after catching her breath for a minute. There's Ronnie. Bonds for 3 looked off, and it was. For the moment of release, that did not look clean. Youngdahl on the drive. He has had a tough go of it. Porter tried to lob it to James, but couldn't connect. Johnson hounded. Hill for 3. Asberry to Dmytruk. Needed a little more speed, I think. She was just a half step behind, and that cost her a chance for a layup. But Asberry is there again. She's got a full head of speed. Set course for the basket. Warp speed. Sinae Hill looking for the answer. Dmytruk says, not while I'm around. 8 seconds, plenty of time. Here's Shanky, no good, and Como might have time here. Porter's got to get it off. Well, that doesn't go in, but a well-played first half for the Cougars nonetheless. They got plenty of production out of Dmytruk. Porter and Asberry chipping in as well, and they lead Minneapolis Southwest 38-26 as they look to continue their streak of victories in the Twin Cities girls game. In the Open, we mentioned the last time these two met, 2016, that was an epic duel and a fine encore for Andrea Adams in her last regular season game of her high school career. So we're going to show you some highlights from that 2016 showdown and then come back for the second half. This is the 2022 Twin Cities Girls Championship. They had a grueling one-point victory over Columbia Heights last night. They had to come back from a huge first-half deficit and off the inbound play. Kicks out. Shepard fires the 3. And that's no good. Rebound by Holeen. She's all over the place. And Kia Parker gets on the board. Lee lost the dribble. Recovers, though. Parker for 3. Everything going in for the Lakers. That was actually Kalia Holloway. And Kia Parker follows up with a steal on the basket. But what a start this has turned out to be for the Lakers. And it will continue. Another steal and another fast break bucket. 3 chances and nothing to show for the Lakers. Andrea hits the runner. And Adams mistimed the jump. And she'll come up with an empty possession. But Rain Adams uses her hustle. And Van Nett fires the 3, makes the 3. High lob to Andrea. She's got a step, kicks back out. Van Nett for 3. Yes! High low for Holloway is good. Pauline with the assist. Rain drives, no. Rebound won by Holloway. Southwest all alone. Parker with the finish. Great job of it, shutting down just about all of the secondary options on Como Park's team. Holloway left alone. 3-ball. Corner pocket. They're running out of time now. 5:10 to go. Lee out. Swain. Yes! Sawyer Swain pushes the lead to 9. Helene with their 4th personal foul. Adams needed that one. 2 minutes to go. Como's going to have to be a little more risky now. Pauline with the finish. Is that the dagger? Lee missing both free throws, so Como Park still has a chance, but they're running out of time. Andrea Adams hits the tray. Rain gets it into Andrea. Sees a lane. Gets a friendly roll. Not that long ago. And both teams in the bonus now. Andrea, here she comes. Slice it through and gives Como Park the lead. Does not want to foul here, obviously. Whoa, Holloway almost traveled there. Slice it through. No good. Andrea with the rebound. Como Park can run out the clock now. Southwest doesn't recognize it. And Andrea loses the handle. 4.1 left. No a backcourt violation. That will do it. Parker went to Holloway, but Holloway received the pass and backpedaled. Southwest out of timeouts. Adams with the tip. She's fouled. And the officials will let time expire. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Como Park comes back from 7 down with a few minutes to go and a 15-0 deficit early. And they win back-to-back Twin Cities championships in the most dramatic of fashion. 91-89 the final. We're back for the second half. We hope you enjoyed that trip through time and a few more fun facts about that year. The highest grossing film of 2016, the last time these two teams met. Captain America Civil War, aka Avengers 2.5. Moonlight won Best Picture at the Oscars in that infamous moment where La La Land was incorrectly announced as the winner. Hello by Adele was the record of the year, and her album 25, the #1 album by Billboard, the #1 single, Love Yourself by Justin Bieber. And 2016 was the year of surprises in sports. The Chicago Cubs won the World Series in 7 games. Leicester City, 5,000 to 1 odds to win the Premier League championship that season. They pull it off. And LeBron James, when he was with Cleveland, the first team to overcome a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals to win the championship. His block against the Golden State Warriors in Game 7, the stuff of legend. Back to action here. Como Park leads 38-26 as the second half is underway. Leading scores in the first half, Cloey Dmytruk with 10 points, Ronnie Porter with 9, KK Asberry with 8. For the Cougars, Virginia Johnson, 14 points, 4 3-pointers, but didn't have much support. Anya London with 4 points, Megan Shanky with 3. So Minneapolis Southwest, they might need to spread it around a little more if they want to give Minneapolis a win in the Twin Cities game. Something that hasn't happened in a long time, not since the Taylor Hill years. Asberry rins out. Minneapolis Roosevelt won it in 2010. Ronnie Porter got the swat, and Jada James is fouled from behind. Roosevelt was the last Minneapolis team, if memory serves correctly, to win the Twin Cities game. From there, St. Paul Central and Como Park have run the table. We've had some close ones, but this has been St. Paul's reign in the battle of 6-1-2, 6-5-1. Of course, the epitome of that rivalry was Central-South in the years of Taylor Hill and Angel Robinson. Asberry, short, and the rebound pinballs around to Virginia Johnson. So both teams struggling a little bit to start this second half. Minneapolis Southwest. We should point out they have another game on Monday, so a grueling stretch for the Lakers. Shakyla Walker can't get the bounce. The game on Monday, I presume, will either be a makeup or a first-round section game. But today is the last day that I'm aware of for regular season contests. There will be at least one on Monday as Crosby, Ironton, and Bram have a makeup of the game they were supposed to play a week ago. But that's up at Bram. We're not close enough. Here is Barnes. Walker, I should say Dmytruk, rejects the drive. Jada James poked from behind, and both teams struggling to find their footing to start the second half. Como Park securing the 1 seed in 3-3A with an assortment of quality wins. And even though Porter a few more shots going, she probably picks up a few more assists than she has. Such a pinpoint passer. Virginia Johnson recovers, but that little bobble might have cost her on the drive to the lane, and both teams stuck in a rut. We've gone nearly 3 minutes, and neither team has scored in this half. Walker goes across. They look pretty, but connecting on those drives is tougher than it looks when you go across the lane like that. Asberry taking her time. No shot clock, so Como, they can afford to be patient. It's a little unusual to go this long without a field goal. And given the flow of this second half, whoever can score the first point would have some momentum on their side. And Ellery Tennyson will make her first appearance for the Cougars, as it appears Olanda England, I almost said Yolanda, but Olanda is her name, is changing things up. Well, basketball is a game of runs. Sometimes it can be a game of no runs. Asberry
Asberry for 2.
Knocks down the mid-range pull-up. Here's Sinae, the kick out. London goes in and will shoot 2.
Fouls on Asberry. Fouls on Tennyson, number 2, her first.
So London to the line. Splitter last time up. Averaging 8.5 points per game, 7.2 rebounds. And watching these two, Southwest, they have a strong instinct, but finishing, that seems to be the difference between these two. Como Park doing a better job finishing plays. And ultimately, that is what gets you points. Ronnie Porter, over 2,000 points. She won't make a run at the record held by the exalted Andrea Adams. But etching her name in Como Park history. Tennyson from the key. There's Sinae Singer again. As we said before, Sinae Singer blossoming before our eyes. Sinae Hill launches the 3, bullseye. Hill played at Washburn last year. Southwest this year, we'll see what happens next year. Ronnie Porter, another spin move. Can't get the bounce, but look who it is. Sinae Singer again. Won't get the assist, but staying with it. She brings a lot of heart. We mentioned earlier, Ronnie Porter and her family, heart over height is their motto. And none of them are super tall. But heart is not limited to the diminutive. Anybody can embrace it, and Sinae Singer has done that splendidly. Shanky was in trouble. Asberry with the steal. Another rebound for Singer. Ronnie Porter didn't have the space for a 3. Hill closed in pretty quick. And Jada James draws the foul.
Foul is called on number 10, Ewert.
On Alice Ewert.
First, team third, Walker for Asberry.
We mentioned the fun facts on 2016. Locally speaking, if you're wondering who won Miss Basketball Minnesota that year, Nia Hawley. The second Hopkins player to win the honor. Played at Michigan State for college. Now a member of the Cretin-Durham Hall girls basketball coaching staff. Ronnie Porter hooks up with a cutting Jada James. And James rolls her way in for 2. There is another example of Ronnie Porter's ability to orchestrate. And the Cougars lead 44-30. They haven't been seriously challenged. Minneapolis Southwest, they made some plays here and there, but haven't been able to make a hard charge at the Cougars. And Shakyla Walker steals the inbound pass. Avery Tennyson can't get the roll. London goes to Hill on the baseline. 3-ball, corner pocket. Sinae Hill with a couple of triples. Minneapolis Southwest will call a timeout. Nia Hawley, winning Miss Basketball in 2016. The 3A champion that year was Holy Angels. They won it as the 5 seed, and a surprise. And speaking of surprises, Minnetonka did just that to Hopkins in the Class 4A state championship. So we'd like to thank you on this journey through time. And we want to thank all of you who have followed our coverage this season. We picked up a lot of subscribers on Patreon and a few other sponsors along the way. If you're watching this on YouTube, we may have some section games coming your way. We'll see what happens, and we'll have one more regular season game. The Twin Cities Boys Championship, Minneapolis North and St. Paul Johnson. Those two were fierce rivals in the mid-2010s. Sinae Singer, 3 games with 10 rebounds or more. Jada James has 4 double-doubles. As much as we talk about Ronnie Porter and KK Asberry, KK, by the way, has now reached 10 points or more in her last 11 games. She scored 15 in the last 3. Exactly, 15, 15, 15. Walker, 3-ball, corner pocket.
Walker for 3, assist.
Another assist to Ronnie Porter. And a perfect way to come out of the timeout for Como Park. Johnson. Tennyson was looking to hook up with James in transition, and Como Park, that is one of their Achilles heels sometimes. They play aggressive, but it can result in fouls from time to time.
Personal foul, team third. Asberry in for Walker. Dmytruk in for Tennyson.
Sinae has an older brother, or I should say a younger brother. She's the oldest. PJ Jr., who has been nicknamed by his father as the future Mr. President. We'll see what happens. KK Asberry saw a lane, and you know what she's going to do. If there is a space to penetrate, she's going right through it. Just as she did in the game against Minnehaha. Sinae Hill, another 3. Not that time. Ronnie Porter collecting another rebound. Ronnie doing a little bit of everything today. Asberry. Feeling it!
Asberry for 3.
And she's at 15 points again. 52-33. Como Park scoring the last 8. Shanky looked out of control, but she's bailed out by the foul call. And she will shoot 2.
Cougars number 44, Singer. Her second personal foul. Shanky shooting 2.
Shanky described as an uber athletic forward who runs the floor, jumps and rebounds like few others. Entered the starting lineup as a freshman last season. But nothing to show for it at the free throw line. Porter looking to feed Singer. Pass was deflected. 9:20 remaining in the half. Como Park leads 52-33. As they look to end the regular season with their 7th straight win. Again, if they make it to state, they'll likely get the 2 seed because they are number 2 in the 3A poll. Becker at 1, and those two did not get an opportunity to play each other owing to bad weather. Unfortunate because everyone and their mother was looking forward to that Como-Becker matchup, but we'll have to wait until state for that potential showdown. Asberry for 3. It would be amusing if she picked up another 15 points. Minneapolis Southwest with a bailout timeout call.
30-second time.
52-33 the score, and it looks like Como Park has enough control here. No game last year owing to pandemic protocols. We had a condensed 18-game season You may know the story. Como Park couldn't play outside the conference, and it left some parents fuming after Como was beat by St. Croix Lutheran in the section final. No such restrictions this year. In fact, Como Park only played one round of conference play. They've been that dominant in the St. Paul City Conference. Virginia Johnson, by my count, broke her own record for most three-pointers in a season. She wants to add another one. Bullseye. She had 75 entering this game. She has 80. She set the record 2 years ago with 77. Didn't have an opportunity to break it last year because of the shortened season. So if I'm correct, Virginia Johnson broke her own record for most three-pointers in a season at Southwest. Como Park turned it over on the double dribble call, so the Southwest Lakers have a chance to close in. Sinae Hill, three looked off. And Southwest can't win the scrum for the rebound. Or did they? Officials say it was off Como last. Como Park says, all right, we'll take it from you. Asberry will shoot two. Asberry and Porter, they've been together since 8th grade. Asberry will play her college ball at St. Peter's University, located in Pennsylvania. Division II school. And with that, she has broken her streak of 15-point games. 3 in a row, and she's going to do one better. She had 15 points and 11 assists in the win over Hill Murray. And it's not often where Asberry is the leading scorer, but here we are. Porter has yet to get on the board, but she's on the bench right now. And Como Park doing just fine with the group they have. London. That was touched by Dmytruk. Hill launches another three. Bullseye. Sinae Hill with her third three-pointer. And Como Park throws it away again. Cougars still lead by 15, but I wouldn't be surprised if Alonda England calls up her do-everything point guard in Ronnie Porter, Ron Dog as she's affectionately called by her close friend Mia Holloway. And Sinae Hill responding nicely in the second half. And she's worked her way up to 10 points. London. She drains the corner three. London had been thinking about it, and that will be enough for Olanda England to use one of her timeouts. Como Park still leads by 12. The Minneapolis Southwest trying to reel them in through the three ball. Anya London with her second three-pointer of the game. Had been eyeing it on a couple of previous occasions. And when you look at the notes, when you look at the numbers, London, Hill, they have a few threes to their credit, but a lot of the perimeter shooting responsibilities fall on Virginia Johnson. That same year that Johnson hit 77 threes, Becca Murphy set a school record with 67 blocks. Again, a shortened season prevented that from happening. So Virginia Johnson etching another piece of history at Minneapolis Southwest. If they were in another section, we might be talking about that a little more, because when you have to go up against Hopkins and Wayzata, as we stated in the open, that doesn't bode well for your postseason prospects with how those two have flourished over the last decade. But a record is a record, no matter how it comes. Ronnie Porter still on the bench for the Cougars. Dmytruk, this will be a big three, and it lands.
Assist from Asberry.
So Dmytruk up to 13 points. And she has 3 3-pointers. Barnes. Found a cutting London. Youngdahl. She'd love to get a basket here, but comes up strong again. Youngdahl just can't find her rhythm. Singer. Doubled. Tried to hook up with Dmytruk, can't do so. 6 minutes in the final game of the regular season. The Twin Cities game. Always a big deal. As we said, some pride, breaking rights on the line. And here comes Ronnie Porter in for Sinae Singer. I was wondering when we might see her, with how well she can direct the offense.
There it is, right there.
Extra pass, Porter fakes the three. Como Park biding their time. Asberry. Como in no hurry now with 5:37 to go. Looks like they're playing a more deliberate approach. Now Asberry steps into the three. And the rebound is tipped to Virginia Johnson. A lot would have to happen for Southwest, but they are trying to reel in the Cougars. That's the problem. If you live by the three, you die by the three. Sinae Hill couldn't connect. Dmytruk, side fade, goes for the two. And Shanky picks up the rebound. 5:05 to go. There's another example of Como Park's swarming defense.
Jump ball, possession is Southwest. Shakyla James, number 45, back in.
Shakyla James will take the spot of Dmytruk. I was joking with Ronnie if she had another 30-point game. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Sinae Hill sealed off by Shakyla James. Porter against Sinae Hill. Finds Walker. Jada James for three. Walker sneaks in for the O-board. Asberry. I think she was blocked from behind. And again, Como Park utilizing the pressure defense. Southwest running out of time. A good game from Virginia Johnson, but not enough support elsewhere for the Lakers. That would sum up their performance this afternoon. 4:02 remains. And how about Ronnie Porter, who's averaging 23 points per game. Three, swish.
Porter for three. Assist from Walker.
Walker with the assist. And then Como Park follows it up with the steal. And Ronnie will shoot two. So I think Ronnie Porter just delivered the dagger to keep the Twin Cities trophy in St. Paul, more specifically in Como Park's trophy case. So Ronnie Porter, who played a secondary role throughout the half, comes up with back-to-back plays. That swarming, stingy defense forces another turnover. And Southwest just didn't have an answer for that. Como Park intent to run a set here and let time wind down. Ronnie Porter cuts her way inside, uses the hesitation move, and she goes up to 15. So Ronnie Porter putting up one last flash in her final regular season game. Barnes was hit by Kayla James. She'll shoot 3, but academic here. Ronnie Porter and KK Asberry, the two-woman show. Minneapolis Southwest had their chances, but again, not enough support for Virginia Johnson. And another team to keep an eye on is Minneapolis Roosevelt. They've got a young group. I talked with their head coach before the game. Roosevelt and Southwest taking over the spot of South after Angel Hill transferred from South to Minnehaha. So it used to be South's conference. It's no longer the case. Minneapolis South only 4 wins this year. Roosevelt a 2A school, but one of the teams, look out. Ronnie Porter lost her balance. And we'll have a do-over for Sylvie Barnes, who has struggled at the free throw line here on this trip. And she gets one to drop. Como Park got in front and stayed in front. Porter picks up another dime, and we'll have to see who number 41 is. Makia Kenny. Or Micaiah, I don't know how you say it. Well, I'm going to find out soon. Now that she's on the board, Ronnie Porter gets another dime. Virginia Johnson adds another 2 points to her total. So Como Park will lock in their 8th consecutive win to close out the regular season. And more importantly, this was helpful for them being in the St. Paul City Conference, that extra game, because otherwise it would have been 2 weeks between the last regular season game and the start of the section rounds. At least here they get one more chance to see what they have, one more chance to make notes, observations, and improvements. Virginia Johnson swooped in the way an alligator does when they pounce on their prey. So Virginia Johnson picks up her 10th 20-point game. She has been a joy to watch today, and she may have a chance to break some more records. KK Asberry, he's not going to do anything foolish now. Luca Olsen guarding her heavily. Como Park putting in their second stringers here to write out the rest of this one. And Sahara Hinton couldn't hold on to it. And Ronnie Porter will check out one more time as she gets an applause from the fans, who of course have bigger goals in mind. So Sahara Hinton's out there. I'll try to get some of these other ones for you as Sinae Hill scores on the take. Taylor Fairbanks, number 10. As we enter stat padding time. And Asberry doesn't look like she's going to do anything foolish here. Not going to take any risks. Como, they've done enough, and I think they have bigger goals in mind, so they're not ready to show all their cards just yet. Virginia Johnson, another 3. Good game for her, but it won't be enough. 21 points in what will be her 10th 20-point game this season. And again, a joyous junior season as far as her own milestones. According to our research, she broke her own record for most three-pointers in the season, crossed 1,000 points. Who knows what her senior season will bring, but a good showcase of her abilities today. Como Park looking to get one more bucket on the board. Virginia Johnson has no plans to let that happen. Sinae Hill draws the foul and will shoot 2. And for Sinae Hill, we'll see where she ends up. Was at Washburn last year, Southwest this year. But I can't tell you this much. Her father will return to coach AAU with Minnesota Stars, and he and Mandy, highly supportive. They go to all of Sinae's games, even though Mandy isn't Sinae's mother by biology. Very much approaches her as one. You love to see it. It's a final. Como Park coast their way to the 2022 Twin Cities title, 65-51. And they will end the regular season with 7 straight wins. Not as dramatic or as thrilling as some of their other games this season. And again, I think they would have loved a shot at Becker. Everyone was looking forward to that game. This was more a methodical. But Como Park rekindles an annual ritual. They have not lost the Twin Cities game since they started playing it in 2015. That streak will continue. It's the 7th year they have won the battle of 6-1-2 and 6-5-1. We'll be back for our post-game interview before we bid adieu to the regular season in high school girls basketball. Como Park, 19-6. Minneapolis Southwest, 21-4. Those will be the final records for the regular season. Back in a moment. And I'm joined by KK Asberry, who led Como Park with 17 points today. KK, by Como standards, maybe this was a pedestrian win, but still a win nonetheless. Also your first game in a week and a half. So how vital is it to get a tune-up like this before sections?
Definitely important to, get going before the big games come up. It's win or go home soon, so we're just trying to prepare for that.
And what would you make of your performance today in the return of one of the most esteemed annual rituals, the Twin Cities game?
I think as a team, we played a little slow. I played slow myself, but, we got the win, and that's all that matters.
And I noticed, too, that you had a little more fluidity at times, where Southwest, they knew what they wanted to do, but every time they tried to threaten you, you came up with a big play, and that patented attacking that you do produced a lot of points. So how comfortable do you think you looked out there?
I think that's just how I play as a player. I'm real comfortable. I'm an experienced player, so I just did what I always do,
And this was your final regular season game in a Como Park jersey. Of course, you've got playoffs coming up. Ronnie, Cloey, Jada, Shakyla, this is it. This is your swan song. When you look back on your career and all that you've accomplished, what do you enjoy most about this ride?
Just the girls that I was able to share it with. We're all family, so this is an emotional time. Our last games together, been on them since real young. So just being able to grow up with these girls and create these bonds.
So, what is next for you with sections, of course, coming up, and your preparation for St. Peter's? What are you going to enjoy most about this final run?
Like you said, just enjoying it most. High school's not going to come again, so I'm just going to enjoy the time I'm here, win, and enjoy the time with these girls.
How much are you going to miss hauling in passes from Ronnie?
Oh, man, I'm going to miss it a bunch. She's my duo, so. But, yeah.
Well, you've got a couple games left, or hopefully a few more before you have to make an adjustment there. And just quickly, with last year in the shortened season, how fun was it to return to this Twin Cities game and get that showcase again?
Oh, it's great. It's always great representing the city, and being able to do this annually. So, yeah, it was great.
Well, and just like before, just like old times, Como Park came up with the win. So you know how to get the job done.
Exactly.
Before we go, you want to say hi to anybody?
My family. That's it.
Well, hello, family. Thanks for watching all the years that KK has been a part of this program. Congrats on the win, and hopefully it won't be the last trophy that you collect. We'll see what happens, but thanks again, and thanks for giving us so many memories.
Thank you.
KK Asberry of Como Park, and that wraps up our coverage from the Twin Cities girls game. For the rest of our crew, I'm Mike Beaton. Thank you for watching.